Welcome to UPR Entertainment. Tonight, we're reviewing the third installment of the Shrek saga, An Ogre in Love, Shrek the Third. Hi again. It's me, your fave, Boogie. Tonight I have with me two of my favorite people in the world. Well, this one less so. Children.
Hello.
Hey, children.
How you doing?
How's it going?
I'm chilling. This movie was fun, and it's all about kids.
I wouldn't say that, but we'll get into that later in the show. Next I have with me, who's this young lady talking in the background? Oh, it must be the background of the executive consultant.
If I'm in the background and you can't hear me, how do you say that somebody's in the background you can hear it?
Tonight, again, we're reviewing Shrek the Third.
Facts.
One of the latter installments of the Shrek saga. Let's recount what it's about. When King Harold suddenly croaks, I see what they did there. Shrek learns he will have to rule the land of far, far away, unless he can find a suitable heir to the throne. The most promising candidate is Princess Fiona's cousin, Artie, aka Justin Timberlake, aka Arthur. King Arthur. A teenage slacker in a medieval high school.
Facts.
Fun! Teenagers, wow!
Facts.
Shrek and his trusted companions, Donkey and Puss in Boots, set out to bring Artie back, but find their mission is a bigger challenge than they expected. I usually go first, but I thought we could carry this like a conversation because that's my favorite for these franchise episodes.
Okay.
I'll say this. My takeaway from this installment was that Shrek is like one of the number one scrubs ever. Like, the fact, and maybe this is my fault. Like, as a woman who dates men, maybe this is me. I find that we put ourselves in this predicament where we're expecting life to help men mature as it happens to them and as they live it. And yet it's like a constant thing with Shrek, right? He's doing things he doesn't want to do in order to get it over with and get back to the normalcies that he's used to. And in this movie, it's the exact same thing. Like, he goes out of his way to not do something he doesn't want to do and ends up doing more things he doesn't want to do. And maybe y'all can explain this to me because this confused me so much.
This is the remix.
Why do this?
Because once you hit a home run, you try for a second, you try for a grand slam.
He hates long trips. He hates quests, right?
And who was Shrek? When was Shrek ever changed from the beginning?
But the whole thing is that so in the first. Okay, if I could just circle back to the first one, he really tried to. As he was building his friendship dynamic with Donkey, he's like, there's more to me than what you see and what you think, right? And it's like, is there? Because I was just very confused by this whole thing. He just seems very hard-headed and stubborn, but will end up doing the right thing anyway. So it's like, why even go through all this? In the beginning, it's kind of like, of this film, he's kind of like feeling a little bit of the pressure of his responsibilities, right, as an heir to the far, far away throne. And as a husband, his wife Fiona is now like, the pitter patter of little ogre feet, and he's like, whoa, he's like, whoa, I don't think I'm ready for that, like, and he's literally having nightmares about getting enveloped in an ocean of burping, farting, pooping babies.
That's so relatable.
Is it?
Yes.
Do y'all experience this? Like,
yes.
Chris, you're a dad. Did you feel this before you became a parent? Like, very
Not the first
scared?
time. Not the first time.
Okay.
The second time, yes, because I didn't want to go through it again the first time, and that's why I don't want a third one.
Can I ask? That's what I said about Shrek. Now, can I ask what? What is it that you don't want to go through? Because were you up changing diapers, feedings, and doing all that stuff? Like,
I was.
Okay, I love that as a co-parent. Like, that's very important.
Well, it's a difference between Shrek and Fiona and the executive consultant. Because Excellence here, he did not have. He wasn't with his baby mothers at the time when he had the children. So when they dropped off my oldest and my youngest at those times, I was by myself.
Primary, yeah.
Exactly. Care. So it wasn't like, we say, oh, you take turns, you take turns. Now, granted, my second time I had I was with somebody. So sometimes she would actually get up and do it for me. But primarily, it's my daughter. And what the
like, excuse me?
Yeah.
That lady deserves a damn trophy. What?
She was with your boy. So, sometimes
what? I said she deserves a trophy, not a job.
Trust me,
not
she made me pay for it later in life. Trust me. All right.
Let's get back to Shrek. Sorry, I don't mean to bring up your business. I just was wondering because I'm like, yo, what is up with Shrek? Like, he ends up doing the thing he doesn't want to do
because it's life changing. We have to understand with a child. I mean, even now, because as most people know, my children live in DC. Maryland technically, and I live here in Florida. So it's like you can't think about yourself when you have children anymore, primarily, right? Mm-hmm. You have to think about the kids. And he wants to be in the swamp, laying around, farting and doing all that other crap you were saying, belching, doing all that other crap, pooping, without having to worry about the kids at all. He wants to have his life. And honestly speaking, if you go by the timetable, I know it's been 3 years since Shrek 2, but it seems like this is all within the same year, so to speak. Yeah. So it's like all this is happening so fast for him. A year ago, he was by himself. He was happy. He was having a good time. And then all of a sudden, now he has a wife. He has a mother-in-law. He has a frog-in-law. He has children on the way. He has a best friend. Mm-hmm. And he's frozen.
So, I'm frozen in time and thought. Go ahead.
Well, you did a very good job.
It makes sense. It makes sense. All of a sudden, you get that pile on, and you start thinking about your life, and you just like, all right, wait a minute, hold up, pump those brakes. I wanted to marry you and just chill with you and fart in the bed and not have to jump to the kids so fast. Like, give me at least 6 months. Like, let me rock, shorty. Like, this,
6 months of smashing your wife with no protection, that's gonna equal kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But all they doing is having a conversation. They having a conversation and they're making plans. So the point of this is just that she's making plans to have children already. All right. It's not like they're gonna have a conversation about like, all right.
She's royalty. That's the culture. Like, where's the heir?
That's the culture. That's not his culture. So he's coming from a space like, all right, you thinking about with everything that you need and you want and you feel and you care about, but you don't give a shit about how I feel. You're only looking out for you. You're not
Fiona?
looking out for me. Yes, precisely. But the thing is just that, like, that's granted. But the thing is that that's something that is planted, because in my opinion, girls compete against each other a lot with things like that.
We're conditioned.
I want my wedding to be like this. I want my thing to be like that.
We're conditioned to do this.
And here's another thing. One thing that I noticed on the cruise. One compliment from another woman. Oh my God, that will last the whole day. From
one woman to another woman?
Yes. Like, for example, if she says, oh my God, your outfit is so cute. What? She'll be happy all day. All day. And I get it. You know why? Because guys, we don't pay attention to the details and what it takes to get the nice. you know, the nice outfit together, or how much it costs, or where they got it, and things like that. Girls know all those details. It's kind of like when they judge each other's bags. Guys don't give a shit about bags. You know what I mean? But girls care about bags, and they watch each other's bags, and then they compete over bags sometimes. You know what I mean? Oh, they'll judge each other's bags, and we don't give a shit about the bag, man. It's like guys judging
Depends
each
on the
other off the
bag.
wall.
Depends on the bag. I know you're talking about purse, but men do
Yeah.
compete with their bags, if you get what I'm saying.
I mean, with money, yeah. No, with money,
And
that's different.
typically
You know what
it's
I mean? But
either cars or
I'm talking
shoes.
about like for example, like people used to compete about their phones. Not nobody cares anymore, like that kind of thing. So you know, with the bags,
Team
it's that,
iPhone.
that you know. But my point is just this: is that there's some like there's a certain
Societal expectation.
precisely. Thank you. That is exactly what I wanted to say. Thank
Is it?
you
I
very
hope
much.
so.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it is, and so the thing is just that as a man, you got to deal with that, and you might not care about that. But you do have to deal with that. That's something that eventually you have to care about. If you care about her, you have to care about it. You know what I mean? You have to work in her vanity in some point. You know what I mean? And vice versa.
Okay.
So I get where he's coming from.
I
So I
think
get,
I think a lot of it that and I don't mean to act like this is necessarily the qualifiers for this fantasy cartoon family friendly film, but back then the culture was very much so like this equates to your eventual manhood, having a family, raising kids. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? And
mm-hmm,
and it was just
mm-hmm,
a cultural norm for women to also aspire to those things and to make a man happy in order by doing those things, providing them a son, children, bearing them children, keeping a
mm-hmm,
nice home,
mm-hmm,
making sure they're fed, managing the house, all of these things.
mm-hmm.
Um, but just wanted to address that because this is since we're talking King Arthur times, like that is the expectation. I don't know what the whole thing with ogres are.
Well, no. See, here's the thing. The reason why we're saying it's relatable is it's because it's happening so quickly, not because it's happening at all.
Okay.
Because all of those things that you're saying are right. It's just that it's literally like he wants to get accustomed to the situation he's at now, and it's already changing to another one. So a lot of times it's kind of like, and what's relatable about it is that there's a lot of situations where it's just like, yo, I just want to chill with my wife for a year. You know what I mean? Before we start running to go
I
have
get
babies,
that. I
that
get
kind of
that.
thing. Like, and that's where it's relatable. Not where where I'm not trying to say where it's like, okay, we don't want this, we don't want that. You know what I mean? That's not where I'm coming from. I'm pretty just like, it's going too fast. And that's where Shrek's like, all right, pump those brakes. Let me.
He about 40 years old. Did y'all see his pores in this movie? The CGI this year.
That's hilarious.
This movie was intense. It was intense. He had pores. Everybody, the mom, the queen had freaking crow's feet.
Facts.
I was
No, I
like,
mean, they got,
yo.
it's getting better and better though. I'm not gonna lie, it is. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
when it comes to Shrek and
This
how
movie came out
disgusting
in
he is,
2007. What other movie
Yeah.
came in 2007 was a CGI masterpiece, so to speak?
What was it? Avatar?
Transformers.
Transform facts.
which
Facts.
the first one?
The very first one came
Yeah.
out in
I
2007.
remember.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
remember when we first saw that. That was crazy. It was like,
Terrible movie.
That was outstanding.
it was a terrible movie, but all that.
Terrible movie.
The first one was
Listen, I'm a
terrible.
tech
Terrible
guy.
movie.
I'm a tech guy. You know that. If I would listen, man.
If we watch that, we finally get to that franchise, because we will get to that
Yeah.
franchise
What?
tonight.
Listen,
When we get to that
let's do
franchise,
it.
Let an
I'm going to
iPhone-
question how many of those Transformers outside Optimus Prime and Megatron can you name when they're in a fight?
Are we announcing next month's theme?
Rocky.
No,
next
sorry, not franchise, just the monthly theme.
Oh, it's
I'm about to sit this one out. Y'all don't pick this. I'm picking A League of Her Own. I'm picking
There you
$1 Million
go.
Baby.
You just said two different. You can't pick two different ones. Let's get back to Shrek.
Yes, I can. Damn it!
Let's get back to Shrek.
I
Though.
didn't know that Donkey had kids. Look at that. That's wild.
Right? That was my next point. How
I'm
you
sorry.
let-
We had a
how you let
whole
Donkey
conversation about this.
Yep.
She came at the end.
Sure did.
Yeah, she came in the end. I think it was the end credits. She came in the end, and then that's when she announced she was pregnant. Well, no, she had the children already, and it ended with Donkey saying, "I got to get a job."
How you let Donkey beat you? How you let Donkey beat you to Daddyville. Like
I mean,
what?
hold on, no, listen, man.
Shrek was a
Donkey,
whole
Donkey,
homeowner.
no. Listen, Donkey got that mic skills, bro. I'm telling you,
You know, it looks like
He
he's
ain't
eating
even-
Donkey got
broccoli.
that smooth talk. How you think he laid up a whole big ass dragon? Come on, man. Donkey is the
I
man.
feel
That's
like
Eddie Murphy,
I feel like
baby.
she did most of the work.
Of course, she did most of the work. And mind you, she was open already. You know, she wasn't getting no attention. Well, listen, the first day that she meets, she already gave him a little thing.
Made
Come
for
on,
kids.
man. Come on, kid. Come on, man. She was open. She was ready.
She was
to have
open
this
to
kid.
possibility, is what he
Of
means.
course, man. She was feeling your man. But anyway, Donkey is that dude. Who makes this movie without Donkey?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of Donkey. I feel like Donkey is metaphorical.
Okay.
But anyway,
All right.
to
All right.
continue,
Still
I just
putting
want
it
to
in
say, the supporting characters in this movie were awesome. Gingerbread Man, hilarious. Pinocchio
Was on one.
Pinocchio with
He
the
was
trying to
on one.
swerves. I swear to God,
He should be a
Pinocchio was the
politician.
man. The swerves were crazy. He should be a politician. The way he was swim. Oh my God, that shit was
Or Vince McMahon.
fantastic. Oh yes, that shit was fantastic. I swear, I
tried
was
to throw some
loving it.
wrestling.
I was loving
Yeah,
that
that's
whole
an odd for
situation.
you, Laura Lee.
And then the three little pigs had to come and ruin it. But you know,
It's just that
Right.
one little pig. Bump him. He was
Right.
from Switzerland, so he's
yeah.
neither here nor there.
Mm.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty because we gotta take commercial break soon. But
What you call me? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I only thought one scene in this movie was funny. Right?
The king.
Wow, really? The whole movie was funny, bro. What you mean? Like,
And that
you got me
scene-
giving you the what you talking about Willis
I
right now. Like,
actually brought homework. I'm going to show you the clip of my favorite scene.
Well, somebody better be dying. I'm dying.
That was terrible.
I will tell you the
Yo.
truth. I went to see this one in the theaters.
See now, MJF.
And I laughed
fired and
I legitimately LMAO in the middle of the theater. Everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. I could not stop laughing. It was so funny.
That was ridiculous. That was so messed up.
Even today, when I watched it back, oh my God, that is so funny to me.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie, it is funny, but come on now, you all did like you know. Like,
It was funny, but I laughed a little harder when
he
when he died. But the time that he died and the fly landed on his eyeball to prove that he is dead, and then they were like, and then he ate the fly. I was like, yo. I kind of hated how they did Arthur. I get it, but I hate it.
I hate the fact that they decided to bring aboard Arthur and pretty much just downplay John Cleese simply because the fact they want to put Cameron Diaz's boyfriend on. That kind of bothered me because Arthur was really not entertaining at all.
At all.
No, he wasn't.
Just like any child actor. I don't know, he wasn't really a child actor, but he was portraying a child.
I was about to say Justin Timberlake was definitely not a child actor at the time.
I know, but
but the guy was, you know, the guy. I mean, it could have been, you know, but the guy was, you know, was top billing at the time. You feel me? Like, you know,
well,
I ain't like how they play.
What goes around
like
comes around. So I completely agree with you. And speaking of what goes around, we're going to come back around to this episode in a minute after we talk about what we're going to review next Thursday, as well as next Tuesday in the next episode of Shrek. But find out what we're watching. What we're paying attention to. Stay tuned. You're watching a popular review.
Rob Reiner and Stephen King want to be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas and a safe and sane holiday season. But for novelist Paul Sheldon, it won't be very merry at all. He's spending Christmas in bed.
There is nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine. I'm your #1 fan.
Whatever you're thinking about doing, please don't do it.
It's for the best.
Misery.
Sometimes I wish I had just one day to feel like a real ogre again.
Well, why didn't you say so? Magical transactions are my specialty.
All right, what's the catch?
You gotta give a day to get a day. That's all.
Oh, no. All right, Rumple. This wasn't part of the deal.
Silly little ogre, everything's changed. I'm king now. I've never seen you before in my life.
It's me, your best friend.
Help! I've been kidnapped by a deranged ogre!
Fiona! I'm so happy I found you.
Where did we find that guy?
Puss?
Feed me, if you dare.
DreamWorks Shrek Forever After.
Wow, Misery coming up this Thursday at UPRE, premiering exactly 8 o'clock p.m. on our YouTube channel. And, of course, Tuesday we'll be talking about Shrek the Fourth, or Shrek 4 Forever After is actually what it's called, before we're going to Puss in Boots and then out of this franchise and then on to the next one. Looking forward to all of these movies coming up. Of course, our Stephen King novels movies ending in a couple of weeks with a movie called Cujo. Looking forward to that one.
Are you lying? Because you sound sarcastic.
I'm not lying. It's Cujo.
Okay, good.
It's right here. All right, so let's go ahead and discuss the rest of Shrek the Third. With this one, thumbs up, thumbs down. Why not? We're gonna start off with you, children. What do you got?
I mean, it's a
As you're still in the
continuation.
middle of it.
It's a continuation of the story. Why you got to do that? Don't do that.
Everybody can hear it, man. It's literally playing in the background. It's playing in the background for the last 26 minutes.
We can't
Like,
hear
what are you
it.
talking about?
We can't hear it. I'm sorry.
You can? I didn't
We've
know.
been hearing it for like
Why nobody
not
said
even a
nothing?
hit. Not even a hit. It's been clear as day the whole episode.
Yeah, why nobody said nothing? I thought I was being slick. Oh shit! I got headphones on and everything. That's crazy. Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry. Anyway,
Love that part.
yo, it's a freaking it's a sequel. Like, hello, like it's a continuation of the original story, and I like this continuation. I think it's funny. I'm so you know what? I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying it. And everything that's going on, like I said before, Pinocchio, oh my God, I gotta rewind it just to see that part back, because that is just hilarious to me. So clearly I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, and we'll see what the rest.
E-Boogie.
This is really hard because, like children said, this is a sequel, but I'm gonna spell it with a C because I give this movie a C. Average at best. Honestly, not that great. Stakes were not high to me. Just wasn't very good. I guess I'll give it a thumbs down.
One thumbs up, one thumbs down.
I know.
I'm going to try to make this short and sweet.
Well, somebody better be dying.
I'm dying.
This guy, man.
And the reason how come I had this picture up, right?
Why is that?
It's because after that scene, what this young lady in the green in the middle is doing is exactly what I did the rest of this movie. All right. This movie went downhill from there. It gave me one of my most funny scenes in ever movie history. And then after that, I was struggling to find something to laugh at. Struggling to find something to hold on to. They were like, here's a villain, Prince Charming, who I said last week was the most unentertaining character in Shrek 2, in my opinion, right? Not bad, but cannot lead a villainous army for crap. Hook was better than him, right? They gave me another stepsister that did not work. Damn, you ain't catching the time. They gave me another stepsister, right? I gave another stepsister who did not work for me either, because they put the real stepsister with the women and who sit here and
she is a woman. She says deep voice.
Sure.
We'll
go with that. We'll go with that because it's Pride Month. But so it's like what it is.
It's Pride Year.
Fine, that's cool. It was prior to 2007, obviously, too. So, all right, so we got the ugly stepsister in there, and they're all having this little tea party. I can see why he said children, but the thing was not funny. Then they try to recreate the crusade of trying to recapture the kingdom from the big bad villain like they did the last time. Come on, it didn't work for me.
Listen, man,
It didn't work for me. Go ahead and try to defend your sequel.
It was very, come on, it was an Austin Powers version of Shrek.
And I didn't like Austin Powers 3 Gold Member
a
either.
whole bunch of jokes. I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
How dare you shade Beyonce like this?
This was Gold Member, bro.
She was good, but the movie was not
that
that
good.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Studio 69.
No, Beyonce is a perfect example of the fact. Beyonce, you know what Beyonce was at the time? Product placement.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Exactly. She was product placement.
You're not helping the case.
Her acting was same. What I'm trying to tell you is just that they hit. So then they tried to continue with the hit. This is T3. This is Austin Powers 3.
No, don't say T3. That made it worse.
Once again, you're not helping your case, Vic.
I'm not. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm giving you the facts.
So why are you giving it thumbs up?
No,
you're giving me terrible sequels.
That's the world for what it is. I can still enjoy things. Listen, you know what, man? Because you're too critical. You got to stop. That's why you get the rain clouds all day. Enjoy things for what they are.
I live in the Sunshine State.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, come on now. You should be in a better mood. I live in a place.
I was in a better mood. As soon as the credits rolled, right, I became in a better mood.
Yeah. As soon as the credits roll, shoot fly with that, man. What you mean?
Anyway, Hammer niggers, in case you didn't realize what grade this is getting.
What you call me?
Stop with the nonsense. Get the thumbs down from me. All right. Here at Unpopular Review Entertainment, please make sure that you're watching our Miss Marvel series on our YouTube channel, as well as our Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series here on our UPRE channel. And coming to us next week, where we review Shrek 4, and later on this week, we'll review Misery. So thank you very much for watching us for eBoogie for Children. I am the executive consultant, and we will see you right here next time at Unpopular Review. Good night, everybody.